Reading comprehensions, or as you guys like to call it, RCs, are a part of every single college exam. And to be honest, all you students make blunders in that. Whenever I'm talking to students or meeting students, they take reading comprehensions or RCs for granted because they're like, yeah, bhaiya, hai kya? One passage and we have to answer questions based on that. We've been doing it since childhood. We know how to read essays. We can answer questions, all of that. But when we are analyzing the results, we come to see that students are faltering a lot in reading comprehensions, and that is the reason in this particular video I am going to be sharing with you my 5 core strategies for reading comprehensions that can help you ace your RCs in a very fast manner. Without any further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, what's up? Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting a lot of queries regarding RCs. How can we solve it? How can we ace it? So that is the reason I decided of making this particular video. Before I share with you my 5 core strategies, the reason I feel that I'm making this video is because I would love to believe that I'm really good with RCs, because when I was preparing for my GMAT and my GRE, I used to solve a lot of RCs, literally in hundreds and thousands. So I feel I've developed good strategies. Along with that, a lot that I learned from GMAT and Manhattan series is what I'm going to share with all you people. First and foremost, before I even talk about the RC strategies, guys, you all will encounter majorly 2 or 3 kinds of RCs. Number 1 is going to be this long passage, which a lot of you students might find it to be hard, but to be honest, the longer passages are easier than the shorter ones, because the shorter passages are a lot more convoluted. They have a lot of hard words. To depict the tone of the author is genuinely very hard, but this is where the test makers try to play with your psychology, because they believe that when you see a long passage on the entrance test with the exam pressure and the timing pressure and all that, you might feel, oh, this is hard, let us skip it. And when you feel a shorter passage, you might feel it is easy, so let me do it. But when you eventually start reading these passages, you will realize that, oh my god, the longer passage was easier than the shorter one. So make sure you have at least this much of clarity before you even start preparing for your RCs. Not all long passages are easy or hard, and not all short passages are easy or hard. It really depends on what exactly the passage is. In all the RCs that you would come across, usually there are 3 kinds of question subheads that are asked. Number 1 are general questions, like what is the main idea of the passage, what is the summary of the passage, what is the author trying to imply with the passage, all that. Number 2 are specific questions in RCs, which is that what is the meaning of this word, what does this meaning mean in context to this, such kind of questions. Number 3 are generally the harder questions, which are interpretation question, where they will give you a statement and tell you that which of the following statement is helping strengthen the argument, weaken the argument, and all of that. To be honest, the first 2 kinds of questions are easy to solve if you have a gist of the passage, but the third one, where you have to strengthen, weaken the argument, all that, that would require you to have an in-depth knowledge of the RC. So I hope you have this much clarity as well before you even start attempting the questions, that there are 3 questions: general questions, specific questions, and interpretation questions. Now finally, let's get to the 5 strategies that I want to share with you all. Guys, this is like a class, so I would want if you can have a pen and a paper with you and note down each and every important thing that I'm telling you right now itself. First strategy that I want to share with you all is to please avoid extreme words. Guys, in your RCs, when there is a question that is given to you and in MCQs, there are different options, always eliminate the option that has extreme words like all, every, each. These are the kind of answers that are never fit for the reading comprehensions, because they are very generalistic in nature. So make sure you avoid any kind of strong words like impossible, above, all of them are never part of answers in reading comprehension. Second is to please use majority approach. What happens is sometimes the test makers will ask you, what does this sentence mean in the whole passage? Now what you guys as students do is you quickly go to the passage, read the sentence, read one sentence above it, one sentence below it, and then try picking the option which you feel is very relevant to that particular paragraph of the passage. But usually that is wrong. What I mean by majority approach is that you need to look at that sentence in the context of the whole passage. See that whatever the answer option A, B, C, D is it covering only the paragraph or the whole passage? If it is covering the whole passage, then there is a highly likely chance that that is the answer and not the answer or the particular B or C or D option, which is only related to that particular paragraph. Guys, always understand that test makers are trying to play with your psychology. They know that you're running behind time. They know you are in a hurry. So they will always give you some option in your MCQ which is just relevant to that particular paragraph, and there's a highly likely chance that that is wrong. So please make sure you pick up an option that covers the gist of the whole passage, the tone of the whole passage, rather than just the particular paragraph. Third strategy, which I again know is very debatable, is the question first strategy. Now, a lot of you people, what you do is that you directly read the question and then go on to the passage to find the answer and answer accordingly. Now, I will not say that this approach is absolutely wrong or incorrect, but to be honest, whenever I have been practicing RCs, this approach has not worked well for me, specifically when you really want to ace your RCs. Reading a question first and then going to the paragraph to find the answer can work for general questions or specific questions, but they will never work for interpretation questions, because if you want to answer the interpretation questions well, you need to have a gist of the whole passage, not just a particular paragraph or one or two paragraphs. So that is the reason my approach to whenever I solve any RC is to read the whole passage at once in proper in depth and then go on to answering questions. Yes, if there are particular questions that requires a particular meaning of a word or what does the author imply, I might go back to that particular paragraph to read a little bit more about it to make sure that the answer option that I'm selecting is correct. But other than that, if you read the question first, then go back to the passage, then read the question, then go back to the passage, you're wasting a lot of time and there's a highly likely chance you might not get the right answer. So that is the reason I wanted to share this strategy with you all. Now again, I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of people who have a question first strategy, and if it is working for you, great, but it has not worked for me, so that is why I want to share my personal experience about that. Fourth strategy related to reading comprehensions is, guys, please infer as little as possible. What sometimes happens is, specifically with the easy passage, you might bring your own personal bias or your personal knowledge into it. Like suppose if the topic is about cricket or AI, about budget, and if you've read about it before, you might feel that your external knowledge will also help you in the RC, and you might pick up an option which is related to external knowledge, but nothing of that has been mentioned in the reading comprehension given to you on your exam, and that is where you might do wrong. So guys, please infer as little as possible. It's not your job to infer. Your job is to directly pick out the option that you feel is the best depending on the passage. Not your personal knowledge of cricket or AI or budget or electric vehicles will not help you. So please don't bring any external knowledge whenever you're selecting an answer option. Fifth and the last reading comprehension strategy that I want to share with you all, and trust me, this is very, very important, is elimination versus selection strategy. Now, all you people, what you do is the moment you read the question, you read the options, you find whichever is the best and you select it. I don't want you to do that, because that is wrong, because you might come across statements which are option B or C which are very similar to one another. The best way to do that is eliminate the wrong options, and whichever is left will be your correct answer. Not necessary that whatever you feel is the correct answer. So make sure that you eliminate the wrong options, because there are but obvious strategies. Like I told you, eliminate the extreme words, use the majority approach. After that, eliminate everything which you feel is not correct, and whichever is left will be your right answer, rather than directly just selecting the option which you feel is correct. So please eliminate rather than select the correct answer. So yes guys, those were my 5 important strategies when it comes to reading comprehensions. Now don't believe that just because you've watched this video, you will automatically be able to ace your reading comprehensions. It doesn't happen like that, guys. Reading comprehension is a muscle that you have to build over time. That is the reason I would want each one of you to practice as many reading comprehensions as possible before you sit in for your next exam. Guys, I've also put out some important resources and links in the description of this video, so make sure you go check it up. From there, you can practice reading comprehensions for free of cost. So please make sure you go do it. Use the strategies that I've shared with you. I hope you guys have made notes of it, but please practice as much as possible. At the same time, if you guys have other suggestions or if there's a particular strategy that have worked for you, please make sure you comment below, because I'm pretty sure it will help a lot of other people who are preparing for various college exams and for various reading comprehensions. Thank you so much guys for watching this video till the very end. If you like it, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Do share this video with your friends, family members. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you all with another video. Take care guys. Bye-bye.